Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University. Today we're going to talk about Aqualin.
Yes.
So we are going to start with overview of the game, and then we're going to share you our thoughts about it.
Yes, this is a new game from Cosmos, and it's a quick little design two-player grid movement game. So there's 36 of these nice, clacky Azul style tiles that everyone
so
really
nice.
likes. And we'll be filling them up into this 6x6 grid. So eventually the grid will be filled. I'll just put a couple there as an example. Each turn, essentially, let me step back. One player plays colours and one player plays animals. And you're trying to create clusters. So there'll be one player who's trying to get all the purples clustered together and get all the reds clustered together. And then there'll be another player who'll be trying to get all the turtles together or all the seahorses together. And so you have to balance your own objectives against what's going to help your opponent on the board. On each turn, you first get to move one tile in a straight line until it hits something, or you can stop short of that, but you can move one in one straight line. Optionally, and then you have to take one of the 6 tiles that is placed here and put it somewhere on the board. And so if I were playing purple, or if I were playing colours, I'd move the purples together, and then I would try to put animals that are dissimilar nearby to make it hard for the animal player to move it out.
Correct.
And then you would flip another one over, so there's always 6 available until the very end. And you just keep moving around the board like that. And at the end, you see what orthogonal clusters there are. And you get an increasing number of points for how many there are. So a group of 2 is worth 1 point. Group of 3 is worth 3 points. Group of 4 is worth 6, 10, 15.
10, 5 is 10, and then 6 is 15, I believe.
Which we did not have any of. It was, I think you won. I had
So you had the animal, I
was playing the animals last time. I think I had 8 2s out on the board for 8 points.
So this is strictly 2 players game, by the way.
I think you had a couple of 3s that essentially blew me away. I think it was an 11 to 8 game or something like that.
It's so close. So rather than high scoring, this is really low scoring because we try to hijack each other's every single time. That was interesting that it's really tight that very high interactive, that you have to keep your eyes on your opponent, not only on what you're going to place, but how to block that certain tile to move so that your opponent can't move it. You're really good at that last time.
I don't think I was. I think we played very novice Aqualin. I think we started on one side and slowly built up. And so there was always ways to push the edge ones up and back. And I think if you played this at a high level, you would have pieces sort of spread a little bit around the board, and it would make movement and joining things up hard. Because you really want to make it hard for your opponent to move your pieces out of where you need them to be.
That's part of the strategy. So the rules is really simple, but then the depth of that strategy, it's more like chess. That sort of, not exactly chess, but that chess style, 2 players, a lot of strategy and moving around. What's that game called King Me? That's kind of like...
The checkers game?
The checkers game, that too.
Yeah, I think it's got the randomness of you have to play to what tiles come out here. But the board play and the fact that you can only do one thing before your opponent does something does have that chessy sort of nature to it.
I think that's you mentioned it, that's probably one downside for me. It's a little bit too random. Although there are 6 tiles there, but I feel like there are some points where there's not something that I really want. So I'm I don't want to, what I'm going to do? I've got I do the second best thing.
Yep.
Do you feel like that too?
Definitely, yes. It was, there are certainly times where you could see that good clusters of the same colour were coming out, but none of my clusters of animals were coming. But I think over the course of a 36 tile game, that mostly balances out.
That's true.
It should balance out. I guess there's just more room to move at the start than the end.
So what do you think of the game? Would you play again?
I would play again. I think it's... my initial instinct was this is the sort of game if you ran a meetup, like a full day meetup, you would like to have it on the side, because if someone turns up, you could like play this game, have it done in 20 minutes, and hopefully another game's opened up by the end of that. The rules are so simple.
People can just jump into as well.
Yeah.
For newbies as well, casual gamers, people just get into board games. It's a good starting point. And obviously the tactile elements of it.
Yes.
Oh.
The tactile part, I mean, Azul's ruined it for everyone, right? Everyone has to do it now.
Everyone needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one more thing before we go. So I found this. That's the only thing as well. I find that the scoring system is slightly... What's the word, Tarrant?
It took us a bit of effort because we had to sort of get the symbols and remember which ones we'd done and which ones we hadn't. It took a bit of time to do it correct. So
this is what I found on BGG. There's a link. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description so that you can check it out. It's not by us. It's someone else's that put it up. It's available to download and print. I just printed, laminated it, so you can just use it over and over again with a whiteboard marker.
Yep.
So it gives you, the color and the creature, the animal, and then the point system.
Helps you keep track of which clusters you've done.
Yeah, it helps. Like last time, you don't remember which one that you've done, which ones you haven't. So this is not, it doesn't come with the game. This is again on BGG, so you can just check it out. That it was like it got a lot of praises of making the scoring points.
Yep.
That's it. So hopefully you enjoy that, and then you can decide if this game is for you or not. And as usual, it will help if you hit the like button and subscribe to us if you haven't already done so, and hit the bell so you won't miss anything from us. I also am on Instagram, so hopefully I'll see you there too.
Yep.
That's it. See you next time. Thanks for watching.